So I started my 2-month stay in Hawaii the way any normal person should, at 3 a.m. My sister drove me to the airport and wished me well, and just like that, I was off. This was the last time I was actually happy on this trek. I had 2 connecting flights, one in Denver and the second in Vegas, with an hour layover at each. When I arrived in Denver, my plane was slightly behind schedule, so I had to book it across the airport. And when I mean book it, I literally mean I had to run across the entire airport. I made it just in time. I was literally the last person on the plane, and I was ready for flight number 2. As I was arriving in Vegas, the same situation looked imminent, except this time I didn't have to run across the airport. All I had to do was just run down the hall a little. I got on the plane with a window seat, and then disaster struck. What is Vegas known for, besides gambling, crazy nightlife, and people on any and every drug? Oh yeah, hot-ass desert. Apparently, sitting on a tarmac for 1 hour while waiting to get cleared for takeoff depletes your fuel. That's right, we ran out of fuel without actually going anywhere. So we went back to the gate to refuel, and 3 hours later, yes, 3 hours to refuel a stupid-ass plane, we were off. But not to Hawaii. Los Angeles, California. Spent 2 hours getting additional fuel because we were not going to have enough to make it over the ocean. Then, after the long 6.5 hours of refueling, we were off. Bye-bye mainland, see you in 2 months. Flying over endless ocean made me think of just one thing. This goddamn plane is where I'd spent most of my day, and I was sick of it. Until we passed over the first island, and I started getting so excited to finally have made it that I didn't even realize what was going to hit me. Once we landed, my bag was not on my flight. I started panicking. I literally almost collapsed on the airport floor after traveling for, at this point, 23 hours. That's when one of the airport staff told me that it actually had made it there 3 hours earlier, but on a different flight. What the fuck was I on that flight? I then waited for my pickup to my new home where I had the most energy I've ever had. The next morning, I woke to the sound of a helicopter overhead. It was just dropping off supplies to workers on the mountain. I guess that's normal here, I don't really know. I then headed out to get a look at the place I'd be for the next foreseeable future, and all I can pretty much say is this place is pretty damn good. What up, y'all? Anybody miss me yet? I'm at the beach. If you couldn't tell. Ocean behind me. Got like this nice little nook over here. Just been so far today. I've just been looking around, walking around, looking at all the stuff. I walked over to where the stores are near me, and then I walked down to the beach here because I wanted to see what the beach was like over here. Apparently this isn't the greatest beach to swim at, but it is nice. I mean, hello, looks pretty good to me. But there's some people over there parasailing. Yeah, I don't really know if I want to do that or anything. So far, everything's been going good. Today is so much better than yesterday, because yesterday was literal hell. That was an event, 24 hours of traveling. Do not recommend it. It was really not that fun. I got to a point where I was so delirious that nothing was affecting me. I wasn't hungry, I didn't have to pee, I didn't feel tired, I didn't feel anything. I literally was so numb to everything. That wasn't very fun. Although, the only good thing is that I met some really lovely girls on the plane. And they were super sweet, super nice. We bonded over our trauma of, being stuck in a plane for 6 hours and then having to fly an additional 6 hours. That was really, really fun. Really enjoyed that. 12 hours on a plane that's only supposed to be a 6-hour flight. That was really great. But we made it here. I don't know what I'm doing later today. for right now, I'm just sort of chilling, just sort of hanging out, vibing. I don't have anything to do until tomorrow, so really just looking to explore. This area over here, if anybody's a nerd like me, looks kind of like a Survivor like interview spot. Like literally so cool. That's why I literally was like walking. I was walking like over there, like all the way over there. And I saw this area over here and I was like, I have to come over here and look what this is. And it's so nice over here. Like, hello. I mean, the whole place is nice, but you know, this is nice too. Did that look aesthetic at all? I don't know if that did. Probably not. As I'm walking around, I keep looking around and I'm like, my brain, the only thing my brain thinks of is either, wow, this is a great place to film Survivor, or wow, this is a great place to play mermaids. So really can't just enjoy it, just sort of sitting around like, wow, this is really beautiful, we should play mermaids here. After I got home from looking around, I literally fell asleep for 2 hours, and then we went to Waikiki, where we walked around for a little bit, looked at the beach there, saw a bunch of crazy tourists, and then we got some dinner. And then on the way home from dinner, we saw a rainbow. It was right over the interstate. I also tried to get a shot of the diamond head critter, but the building was in the way. Sorry, it wasn't my fault. All right, so there's Coco Head right there. And then down there, that's Hawaii Kai. I'm staying somewhere down there. But what's really not pictured is the fact that I have to go up this ridge pretty much every day on bike, and it's in straight wind, so it makes it absolutely fun. So here's me trying to put as much protein in my body because I literally felt like I was gonna die. Fast forward a few days, I went to the beach with some friends that I made. Here's the view on the way. It was very gorgeous. And then we went in the water for a little bit, and then when we headed back to the car, it was like we took this one path that literally felt like we were walking in someone's yard. It was so weird. Also, when we got back to the car, one of the back tires wasn't touching the ground, so I thought it was funny. And then on the way home, we saw the backside of Coco Head.